conditional statements. So the statement, if it is raining, then the grass is wet. Okay? The conditional statement is if P is true, then Q is true. Or P implies Q, and we use that double arrow symbol. So P implies Q, P equals the hypothesis, Q is the conclusion. Now note not all conditional statements will be true. So if it is raining, then the grass is wet, that would be true. The grass would have to be wet. But if I put if the grass is wet, if the grass is wet, then it is raining. Well, not necessarily. That's false. What if I use sprinklers? Okay? Or what if it rained before and the grass is wet but it's not raining now? Okay? So not all conditional statements will be true. Examples, rewrite the following conditional statements using the implication symbol. If n ends in a 0, where n is an element of z, so n is an integer, then n is even. So if n ends in 0, this implies that n is even. Okay? The next one, if n is greater than 3, is a sufficient condition to conclude that n is positive. So if n is greater than 3, this implies n is positive. It's very dodgy. You could also write that if n is greater than 3, this implies n is greater than 0. It's positive. If n is greater than 3 is necessary if n is greater than 4. So if n is greater than 4, this implies that n must also be greater than 3.